Hey guys, I'm Geek. In this video, I want to share my hands-on impression so far of the ROG Xbox Ally. Of course, you're seeing this correctly. I did get rid of my Xbox Ally X because I got the MSI Claw A8 or 8i, and I really love it. This thing is a beast. And so I didn't really need it. But the reason that I decided to go ahead and try this right now is because it went down in price again. Right now it's below $500. Like, I think you could get this for $489. And I got it even cheaper because I got it from Best Buy on the used section, and it was considered excellent. If you purchase used items from Best Buy before, like I've had, there's a couple options like excellent, good condition, fair conditions. So this was in excellent condition, so I decided to go ahead and try it out, and I only paid $450. So I was like, you know what, at $450, let's go ahead and try it out, because I can share with you guys my opinion so far. And honestly, for a system that's very weak like this, the only people that should actually buy this, I'm going to tell you right away, the only people that should actually buy this is if you're into indie games or old games and you want to play on your handheld. But if you really want to play games like the latest and greatest games like High on Life that I was trying here on the system, like you see here, you can run it. You have to lower down the graphics to low. You have to try to use FSR when it is available, or XESS if it is available. You have to lower everything down, and a lot of times, yes, they can run smooth after you lower all that down, but then they're gonna start looking like crap, and that's something that I don't like. So if you're into the latest and greatest AAA games, I would say stay away from this. This is a spoiler right ahead before I even continue with the specs and all that of this device, because it has been a little bit frustrating, trying to transition from the Nintendo Switch to this, of course, which right now, when you think about it, $450, $455 new. And yeah, if you ask me, okay, hey, I got this for $450 and this is available, I can get it for $450. Even though this is Windows and it's more flexible because you could do a lot of Windows stuff and get games from Steam OS, I still would recommend the Nintendo Switch 2. Honestly, I still would recommend the Nintendo Switch 2 because all the games that you play there, it's just plug and play. You don't have to do any adjustments whatsoever. You don't have to try to make the games look ugly so it can run smooth, because a lot of the ports that are being ported to the Nintendo Switch are actually running good. I'm actually having a good experience playing a lot of these latest games that are being ported on the Nintendo Switch 2, and you don't have to go with the hassle of making the game look ugly so it can get good frame rates. Yeah, that's what I'm having an issue here with this device. So, but before I keep on talking about this device actually has a 7-inch LCD screen, 1080p, 120 hertz, 16:9 aspect ratio, just like the X. So when it comes to the screen, this is exactly the same as the X. Now the big difference is on the other specs. When it comes to the CPU, this has an AMD Ryzen Z2A instead of the Z2 Extreme, which you can notice the difference right away. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of 24 gigabytes of RAM, which you're going to get on the X, and 512 gigabytes of storage versus 1 terabyte of storage when you get the X. And that right there is very noticeable because I've been downloading and installing a lot of games so I can make this video, and right away I find myself deleting game or uninstalling games because 512 gigabytes is just not enough, especially when you're downloading and trying AAA games. But if you're just playing indie games or old games, 512 honestly is good enough. When it comes to the battery life, here is not that bad either, because remember, you're lowering down the graphics. Right now this is capable of 1080p, but right now I have this set up to 720p. So if you look up right here, I have this screen in 720p because I want all the games natively to launch at 720p. That way I could get the best experience as possible. I have this at 120 hertz. Sometimes I do lower it to 60, but 120 hertz is okay. Everything else is just the same here when it comes to the TDP. Oh, the other thing about this is that the TDP only goes up to 20 max. On the X, if I'm not mistaken, it goes up to 30, right? 30 or 35, something like that. I can't remember now. But this goes up to 20, so you can't go over 20. So honestly, I am just keeping it at 20 because I want the best performance of this device. Even if that means I'm sacrificing battery, I still prefer to get the best performance as possible. So I keep it at 20 or on turbo, however you want to call it. So the other thing that I did here to make this, run as good as possible, I went to the Armor Crate. Of course, when you get this out of the box, you have to do all the Windows updates, all the Armor Crate updates, but that's something normal on Windows devices. One thing here that I did is in GPU, I set this right here, the GPU memory, which is the VRAM. By default, is actually set to 4 gigabytes, but I set it to 6 gigabytes. And of course, every time you make those changes, you just got to make sure you restart the system. It will restart the system. I did try 8 gigabytes, but then when you try 8 gigabytes, then the performance when it comes to switching between applications and going to Windows and all that, it drops very drastically, the performance, because you're using just 8 gigabytes for Windows and all the background stuff that's running when you're just playing video games. So yeah, I just keep it at 6 gigabytes of that, and everything else, like anti-lag, I have that on. More settings here. There's nothing much here that you could do. If you saw my videos for the Xbox Ally X, all the improvements that I did over there, all the instruction that I did, like turning off isolation and all that, I did it here as well. That way we could get as best performance as possible. This has a 60 watts battery versus an 80 watt battery, which the X actually has. But of course, everything else is gonna function the same, because remember, just like the X, this is Windows 11 and it has the Windows full experience. Like you see here, I can switch over here, like over here. This is something that I'm having kind of weird, because for some reason, you see here, if I click like that, I should have the option to switch to full experience over here, and it's not letting me do that. I don't know if it's a problem with Windows or what the hell it is, but I can actually switch over here and I can either choose restart or start with now with no improvements whatsoever. That's something weird. I'm pretty sure there's something has to do with Windows. Other than that, the other reason that I didn't do like a proper unboxing of this device is because the box that I got with this device was horrible. Like you see here, it has so many labels on it and it was so dirty and nasty. Truly was worried that the system was going to be bad because of the box, but in reality this system is in excellent conditions. The fans are working properly. The color, the white color, actually looks nice and clean. Everything, all the ports are working perfectly. The lighting is working great. The buttons are working great. The triggers were actually looking a lot more newer than they look right now, because I did use it. So the system itself for $450, I would say yes. I would recommend it only if you're into indie games. If you want to play games like Marvel Cosmic Invasion or Ninja Gaiden or Reloaded, or like the latest game that just came out or is about to come out, like Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, that demo I did play it here and it plays freaking good, no problems whatsoever. But of course, all the gameplay that you see that I'm sharing here on this video, including WWE and Forza Motorsport and all that, everything is set to low. Every single game is actually set to low. The only game that's actually running on medium, and I was actually impressed on how good it was actually performing here on this device, was Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5, actually, I have it on medium, 720p, FSR, I believe it's on, and balance, I think it is. And it was performing pretty damn good, steady 60 frames per second, which is good for a device like this. So yeah, you do have to lower down all the graphics, and yes, it is possible to play AAA games here, but you have to keep your expectations low, because you will have to do a lot of adjustment making your games a lot of times, especially if they're AAA, the latest AAA games, making them look ugly just so that you could get the best frame rate as possible. For me, it's kind of hard to get used to, especially when I'm playing, you know, on the MSI Claw, and which is a beast. So right now, my transition from this to this has been very bad because, of course, games here runs beautiful and everything looks gorgeous, and the 8-inch screen reminds me of why I got rid of the Xbox Ally X, and it was especially because of the screen, not the performance. It was especially because of the screen, and I love that. So going ahead here was like flashback to bad memories of the Xbox Ally X when it comes to the screen, but the spec of the device and the performance of the device playing some similar games that I play on the other devices was making it even a worse taste in my mouth when it comes to playing games here. So yeah, right now at this moment, I'm still thinking and considering if I should actually keep this device so I can share with you guys gameplay of, you know, some of the games running here are low end specs, or should I return it? That's my question right now, and that's something that in the last couple of days that I've been trying this, I've been thinking about. Should I keep it or should I return it? If I keep it, I can share with you gameplay of, you know, games running at low graphics. Let me know in the comments, what should I do? Should I return this or should I keep it? So do you want to see more gameplays being played here on the Xbox Ally device? And of course, I'll leave links in my description for this device. Also on the screen, you'll also see sometimes some links from Best Buy, which, like I said, if you get it from Best Buy, you could get it even used, good, excellent conditions, and you can even knock more money from that 500 price. So yeah, you can knock a lot more than that, which is what I did. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Xbox Ally, the ROG, of course, Xbox Ally device. Are you actually considering getting it now that you can get it below $500? Should I keep this device and make videos for games being played here in low-end graphics or indie games videos, or should I just return it? Let me know, because I'm still thinking about it. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Till next time. Any questions, please leave it in the comments. Bye-bye.